Hey guys, welcome back to Ashes and Aura Tarot. I'm back as I promised with Aries season zodiac collective readings. Today I'm going to do a reading for my air signs. That's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. But before I get into it, I wanted to talk a little bit about Aries season and what it means to be in that Aries energy. So Aries season runs from March 21st until April 20th. What that means is anyone born under those dates is a fire sign, an Aries. They are just that. They're extremely fiery and passionate, just like a Leo, just like a Sagittarius. Aries are very confident people. They love their freedom. And they are very, very smart about money. So one thing that sticks out to me about Aries is they love comfort. They like luxury living. They love to be comfortable, but they can be impulsive. They can be moody at times. They can be very aggressive. But in the same sense, they love just as hard as they love as hard as their aggression. So Aries are great people. And one thing, they're very good business people. They are about their money. They're very driven. They're super independent, so they love their freedom. They don't have to be up anybody's butt in a relationship, and they are extremely honest and loyal people. So this is what we can expect to embody from now until April 20th. We can feel that fiery energy of the Aries, and that doesn't mean that that goes for all zodiac signs. Like I've said before, when we are in a certain zodiac season, all signs of the zodiac take on some form or another of that actual zodiac sign. So we're talking about Aries. Aries is super, super special to me because my godfather, my uncle, who actually passed away, who I was very close to and connected with on a very lighthearted level, was actually an Aries. And also my moon sign is Aries. So I have a lot of that passion, fire energy, especially when I'm mad about something. Like I will completely go independent and I will kind of like close off and be cold-hearted. But that doesn't mean that like I'm a mean person, and it doesn't mean that, I'm cruel. It just means that when I'm mad about something, like, you're gonna know it, and you're gonna know it because I'm gonna stay the fuck away from you. So when we talk about moon signs, I don't want to get into this too much, but very briefly, when we talk about moon signs, it's the kind of like the darker side to ourselves that we don't really show to many people, or people see that side when there are, when we're like, the moon shines light on things that are hidden. So when we're mad about things, we don't usually like run out in the streets and like shout that we're mad. I mean, I don't, but my moon sign is Aries. So when I do get upset, I'm very fiery. I do go off on like a tangent a lot, but I kind of stick to myself, if that makes any sense. So yeah, but on the other side of things, in terms of money with an Aries protects their assets at all costs. Their money is their money. Do not fuck with their money, because they worked hard for it. They did it for themselves, and that's it. And that's kind of how I am. Like, I'm very, very protective over my money. Like, if I work for it, it's mine. That's it. But yeah, so Aries are really passionate people. They're very confident, very good with money. They love luxury living. They like to be comfortable. but they can be sometimes like aggressive, or they can be impulsive at times. And they say that Aries, sometimes some of them are very, they say Aries are very sexual people, so a lot of them can be sexually promiscuous. But not all Aries, some, but most of them are actually very loyal people, and if they're not going to be loyal, they will tell you, like, hey, check this out, we're doing this, but I don't want to be in a relationship. That's Aries for you. So we are in Aries season, and we're all going to kind of like embody those characteristics, and whichever characteristic you get this month, let me know. You could get all of them, you could get some of them. But Aries is a good sign. I like it. Very, very fire energy. My sun sign is Aquarius. I'm an air sign, so I have like the sword energy. I get along with fire signs very well because air fuels fire. My boyfriend is a Leo. My son's a Sagittarius. My best friend is a Leo. So I kind of gravitate towards fire signs, I guess. But I don't know. I like to say that Aquarius, we get along with everybody. But before I just go ramble on, I'm going to get into the reading. So I am reading from the Cosmic Tarot, and I will pull oracle cards or a card from the Enchanted Map Oracle. So this is for my air signs. That is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius for Aries season, which runs from now until April 20th. Let's get into it. Look what I just pulled. It's a game. It's a guarantee. I don't know why that was in there. Let me make sure I'm actually pulling from I'm using a spread that I've never used before, but it represents each week of the month for this. For this month. Another one. I don't know why these keep popping out. I'm going to take a look really quick at this spread. Make sure that I'm pulling it right. Okay. And I pull one more. Okay, so basically, if we're looking at this reading, so each stack vertical represents each week during zodiac season. So the first cards, these represent love. These represent work. These represent money. This card is the guidance. This card is the highlight of Aries season. This is the hopes. And this is the key card. So the key that ties everything together. Now, okay. So for my air signs, the first week for Aries season, which is this week, in love, it is the Seven of Pentacles. So with the Seven of Pentacles, there's a little bit of loss or a little bit of regret for some of you. I'm feeling that there could be some sadness. Some of you guys may be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. But I feel like this week we're feeling a little bit regretful. Maybe we did something to someone, maybe we lost someone, maybe we feel like, we're in a little bit of sadness this week in our love situation. Now, for work this week, it's the Four of Wands. I think that it kind of ties into the Seven of Pentacles with our love relationship, because when we are having issues in our personal lives, especially if it's like having to do with our love life, air signs, it can affect all aspects of our life. And when we look at this work situation, we get the Four of Wands in reverse. So because we're feeling some sort of sadness or regret around love, it's kind of coming into our work situation. The Four of Wands tells us that we're trying to keep our minds extremely busy. And I think we're trying to overwork ourselves and we're doing things very quickly, and it's causing instability. So not only is the feelings from the love situation, our relationship, or if we're single, if we feel like we've had a missed opportunity, we're letting that energy kind of carry into our careers. So we're overworking, we're doing things quickly, we're not thinking about the job at hand, and it's causing a lot of instability. So if you notice, like at work, you're kind of like messing up and making, not say stupid mistakes, but if you're making like mistakes that could have been easily prevented, we need to take a look at that like love energy or that like sadness that we're feeling and kind of leave it at the door. I know it's really hard to do, but try not to let your personal life affect your career. You can also do that. I have done it before, even if it's just like imagining when you walk through the door of work, you leave that energy behind. Just literally envision yourself walking through the door and just leaving the bad energy. I know it's really, really easier said than done. Make sure you're cleansing your energetic field. Make sure you're saging and, hone in on your spiritual practice. Do some meditation in the morning before you go to work. Really try to kind of come out of that funk, because I promise you, hard times don't last forever. So, money, I am seeing the Magician here, which should also tie into this energy, the Four of Wands. You may be feeling like you're moving so quickly and working so fast that you're making these preventable mistakes at work, but you think there's a little bit of an illusion around the fact that like, I'm going to get as much as I can done, I'm going to take my mind off this, and I'm going to make all this money. But that is kind of where the illusion comes in. You're not going to, if you don't slow down and really feel your feelings from the Seven of Pentacles energy, your money situation is not going to get better. You're going to keep making mistakes at work, and that could actually lead you to bigger problems, that you even need. The Magician, on the bright side of it, the Magician could also represent inspired creation, which could bring you money. So you could be using, if you're an artist, or if you're someone who uses your emotion for inspiration, if you could be a singer, a writer, a painter, you could be using that energy of the Seven of Pentacles to create something that could potentially bring you in a lot of money. So it could go either way. You could have the illusion that because you're overworking yourself and you're working quickly, that it's going to bring money in. That's an illusion. That's the magician. Or on the bright side of things, you could be using that Seven of Pentacles energy for inspiration, to create something to bring you money. That is what we're looking at this week. It may resonate with you, it may not. Next week, in love. Ooh, okay. Got definite fire energy here. So next week, we're coming into that strength. We're coming into that Leo energy. So whatever sadness or like regret or any kind of like bad feeling around like your love situation, that love situation could have been something that you were feeling within yourself. It didn't have to be a relationship or a bad relationship, but it's about love. Next week, it looks like in that situation, we're coming into the Strength card, which is really good, which means we're getting more confident, we're feeling better, and we're gaining momentum, and we're getting that strength to move forward, like heal a little bit. That's great. Nine of Wands, again, Leo energy, look at that. For career. So strength in that Leo energy for the love situation, and then career, we have the Nine of Wands. I always say this in my readings. When we think of the number 9, at least for me, I immediately think of the number 10. 10 represents completion of a cycle. 9 represents, we're almost there. With the Wands, you're going to get there quicker than you think in that fast energy. Whatever you're working towards in your career, it's going to come quicker than you think, and rest assured that you're almost there, especially with the Strength card kind of playing into this Nine of Wands energy into your career.
Are you live?
So with your money situation, we got the Four of Cups in reverse. So the Four of Cups in reverse here, something tells me that there is stability. There is money there. Your cups are full, but you're feeling possibly that it may not be enough for you. You're next week. You're working. You're almost there. But like that Nine of Wands, for some reason, it's not going to be. You guys aren't going to feel like it's enough for you. You're going to be feeling some type of way about your money situation. But like I said, it's not going to last. Hard times don't last. Air signs. For the third week in love. Okay. Check this out. Prince of Swords. So, from the week ahead, with this strength energy, that confidence, I think a lot of us in the third week, we're going to be talking. There's going to be some sort of communication, whether it be communication to ourselves or communication to a partner or communication to something. But with the princes are kind of like immature. Swords represent communication and words. I think that we may say things that we may not mean, or we could say things that quick talkers. Yeah. So we might be having some communication about that love situation and just saying things that are not, like immature, like things that we wouldn't say to ourselves or people. Like if we were in that king energy, we would look at this and be like, hey bro, calm down, slow your roll, like you don't mean that, just chill. So this can kind of, if we're looking ahead to the future, like in a couple weeks, we should probably be mindful of the words that we're saying to ourselves and to other people. Career, Ace of Wands in reverse. So what this tells me is that Wands is usually fast-moving energy because it's in reverse. I feel like we and aces are like solitaire, singular, so it could represent us. There's like a lot of fire energy in here, or this could, you could be attached to a fire sign or something like that. But with career, I think that we're going to be coming into a good, situation. We're gonna be slowing down from that like overworking. That overworking scenario in the beginning of the week. We're going to be slowing down, and things are going to start to like stable out for us in our careers, and the energy at work is going to start to stabilize and slow down a little bit. We're going to start to be like grounded, cooled down in the third week of Aries season. Money, third week, air signs. Wheel of Fortune. When we think of the wheel, we think of a Ferris wheel. It's a cycle. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. So the money situation for the third week it's basically telling us that we're going to fall in good times or we're going to fall in bad times. From really what I'm looking at, like the first half of Aries season for money for air signs is like we're not going to be coming into some huge. We're not winning the lottery. We're not getting inheritances. We're not coming up. We're not coming up. Okay, in the first half of Aries season, it's just not going to happen. But in the third week, the Wheel of Fortune kind of tells us that don't fret. Money comes and goes, it's the ebb and flow. So the Wheel of Fortune says that because we're down right now with cash, money, whatever, we're going to be up. So that's that. For the fourth week. So 2 of Swords in reverse. We have sword energy again. This is us. This is air signs. We had the Prince of Swords the week before, which means we could have been immature with words. Maybe, told ourselves some nasty things or said some nasty things to someone else. So that kind of plays into the last week of Aries season. The 2 of Swords in reverse. So I think that a lot of us, or a lot of you air signs, I'm an air sign, this is something, like I said, it's something to be aware of, this Prince of Swords energy with our relationships and even our friendships, family members, and even the way we talk to ourselves. Something to be aware of, because if we're not aware of that, we come into this 2 of Swords in reverse energy, which means there's either like a separation of a union due to a decision made, and I think that if we use that Prince of Swords tactic and be impulsive with our words, it could cause the separation with someone that we love or with ourselves to grow wider with the 2 of Swords. So if we're making bad decisions in our words and our communication, things could get a little rocky there, and then we can still be stuck in this kind of crap energy. So just be aware of the decision that you're making around the way you talk to people, because and don't talk behind people's back either, because if you see the moon here, the moon shines on what is hidden. And if you're talking behind people's back and you're making the decision to be immature with the Prince of Swords, with words, communications, and thoughts, it's going to get back. The person that you're bad-mouthing and the people that you're not doing good to, they're going to find out about it, and you're going to feel really crappy. So be aware of the decision you're making around your communications. And don't be talking to people that you shouldn't be talking to, because whoever you're talking about or doing anything behind anybody's back. They're definitely going to find out, air signs. So make a good decision. Do not be impulsive. And what did I say? That Aries energy, Aries can be very impulsive. So just be aware of that for this month. Now, career, we have a very good card. So, like I said, in the beginning of Aries season, we have that Four of Wands energy. We're going to be overworking due to our personal lives. We're going to try to kind of like keep ourselves busy. Second week, we're coming into that Nine of Wands. We're getting stronger. We're kind of like feeling more confident, at work, and we can rest assured that we're almost where we need to be. Third week, Ace of Wands. We're finally coming down, grounded. Our heads are more level. We're slowing down. And then at the fourth week at work, we have the Sun card, which is a really happy card. I think by the end of Aries season, like April 20th, that week, we're going to be okay at work. Things are going to start looking up. The sun's going to start shining again, at least while we're at work, right? And money, this is like one of my favorite cards of the tarot. This is the end of the Fool's Journey. This is the end of the Major Arcana. This is the World card, which means money is going to come. You guys, this month is going to be rocky for you. I'm not going to lie. Personal lives, maybe uprooted friendships, air signs, people that you're involved with, your relationship to yourself is going to be tested. A lot of stuff at work, you're going to be all over the place. Money's not going to be good right off jump, but things are going to even out for you. And then, as long as you make a good decision or in regards to other people in your life and how you talk to them and what you do in the energetic field in regards to them, if you make good decisions, you are going to come to, better days ahead. Things will resolve themselves. Like I said, the career at the end of the month, you're going to be happy there. Things are going to be stabilized, and because of that, you guys are going to get money. But I really feel like it all depends on that decision that you're making in regards to the whole love situation here with feeling of loss or some kind of conflict that was had. The sun's going down and I have my laptop kind of faced a different way, so I'm going to move my light over there or here so I have some light. Give me 1 second. And for real, excuse my sweatpants because this is what I wear when I'm at home. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, I posted on my Facebook earlier today that these videos are new to me. The lives are new. Like I said, I've been reading tarot for a long time, and I just recently took it online. So these videos and all this and being on camera, I'm getting used to it. So bear with me if I have to get up and change the lights, or you hear my kids or my boyfriend coming up and down the steps and stuff. It's life. This is real life, dude. I'm a mom. So now these cards here. So the Ten of Wands is your guidance card. So the Ten of Wands is, again, fire energy. 10 represents a completion, an ending. I think what this is saying with your reading is that the Wands represents Aries season. Something's coming to an end, and when we think of an ending, we think of a new beginning. And this could be an ending of a situation to where you are done dealing with people's bullshit, you're setting boundaries, or somebody's done with your bullshit and they're setting boundaries. So the guidance from the Ten of Wands tells you that whatever you do, make the right choice. Make the right choice so the conflict can come to a resolution. And whatever that resolution is, trust that it is in divine timing and trust that it's for your greater good. So the Ten of Wands is kind of telling you, make the right decisions, let the conflict resolve itself, let this process play out the way it should. And whatever it is, you know, Wands can represent conflict. This is like the ending of a conflict, whether it's within yourself or with someone else. So the highlight of the reading is going to be the Six of Swords, again in reverse. So sword energy, air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. 6 is like a love number. It's a stable number. I think that the highlight of this is that there's definitely going to be some sort of communication or thought process around love this month. And like I said, love could be the love within yourself, the love for your family, a romantic partner. There's definitely, the highlight of this is definitely like communication, words, conflict. There's going to be something going on, like especially in the beginning of the month, and there's going to be decisions that have to be made around there's going to be a decision that has to be made around communication within this love situation. So air signs, that's a highlight to be aware of. The hopes is the Five of Wands. 5 again represents conflict. Wands, sometimes conflict, fire energy, air sign. Some of you guys could be in a conflict with an air sign or communicating with not an air sign, a fire sign. Some of you guys could need to make a decision around a fire sign. A fire sign might have to make a decision around you. But either way, the hopes is that whatever conflict is going on, the hope is that it comes to a resolution, you know, and I think it will, as long as the right decision's made. And you know, we know right from wrong. I mean, if you don't know right from wrong, then you probably need to see a psychiatrist. You probably shouldn't be consulting with a tarot reader. You know what I mean? So we know what we need to do to resolve the conflict. Okay, the key card, Devil. Air signs, I think this ties it all up, and guess what? This conflict that we're having with a loved one or with ourselves could be something like addiction. Somebody might be sick of our bullshit. Some of y'all might be drinking or using drugs, and your family might be sick of that shit. You might be sick of that shit. I mean, it is a disease, and you know there's treatment if you are dealing with some kind of addiction issues. Or it could mean codependency. You guys might be in a situation that you feel like you can't leave, and it might be causing drama with your family or your love situation, because you're codependent on somebody else or somebody's codependent on you. Or there could be some kind of codependency going on, and that's what's causing this communication conflict and this conflict with the love. We really need to pay attention to this. This is key. This kind of ties everything together. If we can nip this in the bud and possibly do some shadow work, like I said, if you got real issues, you need to be talking to a doctor, a psychiatrist, a therapist, not a tarot reader. But if you know you have some issues, if these self-sabotaging issues like addiction, codependency, bondage, you know, if you feel like you're stuck somewhere and these things are not taken care of, it's going to cause conflict in your love life. It's going to cause animosity at work. It's going to cause money issues. Like I said, this needs to be looked at. This really needs to be looked at so the conflict can get resolved. You need to be aware of that impulsive, immature energy, especially when you're talking to people. All it takes is the wrong decision for everything to come crashing down, and you won't get that world, and the sun won't shine for you. So what I'm saying is, make good decisions about what you do with other people. because I'm telling you what, karma, dude, some people don't believe in karma. Dude, karma comes around like a motherfucking hula hoop, and that's exactly what Lil Wayne said. So, air signs, I'm telling you what, there's going to be some shit, and I think the shit has to do with your shit. So get your shit together. I'm going to pull an oracle card and see if we can get some guidance from the universe. See if we can get a message. Let's get a message. What do we have for my air signs for Aries season? All right, let me see this light. Sorry, guys. Am I like too bright? I know I'm like really white. My son told me I look like Morticia Adams the other day. I don't know whether to take that as a compliment or an insult. Compliment. He just said a compliment. Okay, awesome. So we have 2 cards. We got Gentle Gardener, and we got Goblins, which it's weird because Gentle Gardener is the number 2, which represents like unity, duality, people coming together. And then we have the 5. 5s represent conflict, instability with goblins, okay? It's telling us again, be aware of our goblins here. Goblins, devil, be aware of these goblins. Goblins. Oh God. Be aware of these goblins, because these goblins can come rip up our gardens. Things that we're trying to grow. These goblins can come in, guys. Air signs, be aware of these goblins in your life. They can come uproot and eat all of your vegetation that you have planted in your garden. If you have fairies in your garden, these goblins are going to come eat them. So you've really got to be gentle with the gardens that you're planting now. Cherish your relationships and be aware of these goblins. Don't let these nasty goblins come eat you, whether these are goblins of addiction or goblins of sneaky links and all that. Like, no, guys, get these goblins out of here. This is bad. So what the universe is saying is nurture what you have. Nurture your gardens. Take care of the people that you love so you can resolve conflicts. And don't let these goblins come in and eat what you got. But that's what I have for my air signs. I am an air sign. I will take heed and make good decisions this month, like always, because I am divinely protected, and so are you. Thank you for watching Ashes and Aura Tarot. I am going to do readings for my fire signs next, and then my water signs, and then my earth signs. But until then, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.